Hello, everybody. Frick! We're going to the gym! Caffeine has been consumed. Yeah, I was just thinking, brother. I used to be a drug addict. I used to be doing so many drugs. Any time of day, I was probably on drugs. Especially right when I woke up in the morning, I was getting my boost. I was shoving shit up my nose. Specifically ecstasy, crushing ecstasy pills and snorting them. I know, wow, what a way to start a video. I was debating on even recording until these thoughts hit my mind. I'm like, what if I talk about these thoughts? And I'm like, frick yeah! Frickin', I like the way videos, starting a video off in the beginning of your day, I think is a good thing. Because you get to get fired up. You get energy from yelling. All the senses are tingling. They're all firing all cylinders. And it's making for a great day. Freaking, might have a rain day, but whatever. That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is, I don't want to sound like I'm giving myself a pat on the back, but I want to talk about progress. And if you're watching this, you should also talk about progress. Like when you first started, I'm thinking back, I've always lifted weights. I've always been an athlete. I've always played sports since age 8. I played basketball. And then I started playing other sports, blah, blah, lacrosse, baseball, soccer. Soccer's kind of gay. I raced motocross for a little bit. It's swimming. And basketball was always my favorite. And I played homeschool basketball starting when I was 13. It was a homeschool basketball league. I played in a JV team for 1 year. The Wolf Pack. That's what they were called. The Wolf Pack. The freaking Wolf Pack. The Pack of the Wolves. And we were a pack. We were a wolf pack. We stuck together. And I played 1 year JV. Then I moved up to varsity. And I played how many years did I play? I played 13, 14, 15, 16. I played for 4 years. 1 year JV, 3 years varsity. And actually, my last year I won the league MVP, which is great, but it's against homeschool kids, so the competition wasn't that good. I mean, they were scattered throughout the whole state of New York. So it wasn't like we're confined to one small area. But I was a bit of a baller, and then I started going to high school end of my sophomore year. That was a whole different ball game. And then I just fell in love with the game of basketball, man. I love to watch it. Watching Syracuse basketball, it's where I'm from. It gave me this whole nother type of feeling. Just the smell of popcorn, going up to Grandma's house, going up to Gram's house, eating some popcorn in front of the fireplace with her fat cat named Max. Me and my dad would go up there. It was only like a mile away from my house. This was back when I was homeschooled. And then I started going to public school in sophomore year. And my sophomore year, like I said, was the end of it. So it was too late. It was past the basketball season. So I played junior and senior year. Oh, there's Gerald, the guy I talked about last video. He's pulling out, he's pulling out of the gas station and pulling to work. Here you go, Gerald. Frick yeah. He doesn't even use a signal light, but I started playing junior year, and what the frick was the point of this? What was the point of this talk? Yeah, I've always been an athlete, and I started going, my journey with the weights started in high school. Well, it started in my basement. I would just lift weights when I was a young teenager, young adolescent teen, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I would load up 295 in the bar for squatting, and I would squat down like a quarter of the way and tell people I could squat 295 for reps. It's not true at all. But my real... Oh, I almost just threw up, guys. Oh! But, frick! yeah, my journey in the weight room started in high school, and the football coach, he wanted me to play football because I was 6'8", and around 230 was, oh, that's not bad, but for 6'8", that's pretty freaking skinny, okay? Granted, in my high school league, I was usually being matched up against other kids who were 6'5", 6'6", 200. I was, even at that skinnier weight, I was still one of the more solid players, okay? But I started training in the weight room, mostly training for explosiveness, basketball-based workouts, trying to strengthen the fast twitch muscle fibers and make them suckers grow and get all those gains. But yeah, that training kind of died after high school. Here and there, I would go to the gym, but my main focus at that point was freaking partying. It was freaking finding ways to get high. Okay, that's all I gave a frick about. That kind of shows you where my priorities were at, in the gutter. And I was interested in playing college basketball. I had some smaller Division I schools looking at me. I was kind of a more timid player in high school, man. Especially coming from being homeschooled. I was always a shy kid unless I got to know the groups of folks that I was hanging around. Then I could truly blossom. But I was usually shy for the most part. And I have a feeling that kind of translated to my play style on the court. Being a bigger fella, I played center, so I was always kind of timid when it came to handling the basketball, came to dribbling and driving to the basket. My go-to moves were catch the foul line, spin move, dunk, or spin move, lay it in, hook shot, whatever. I love the freaking hook shot and drop step. That was the meat and cheese of my freaking basketball game, okay? But I'm interested now, thinking like, hey, actually, I went up in weight. I was high 260. I'm almost 275 now. I'm interested to see how I would play if I went back. Same height, 6'8", but 275. I honestly, back then, I had more body fat on me, which is crazy because I was only 230, 235. Now I'm skinnier, way more athletic. I can jump a lot freaking higher. I used to be able to dunk between the legs, okay? I mean, that's good, but I was tall. I'm a tall guy, so it's not like I'm 6 foot tall and doing it. That would be absolutely, oh yeah. But if I was like 6 foot tall, I'd be like, okay, that's a bigger deal, I think I measured my standing vertical, no stepping into it, was 32 inches. So I'm gonna say, I think it's safe to say that stepping into it, my vertical was around 36 inches. High 30s maybe, or mid 30s. I'd be kind of generous with the high 30s, but regardless, it was okay. Nothing great. Maybe a little above average. Not too bad for a white boy. But yeah, I think I might tire now. I'm not even gonna have time to finish this rant. I'm literally about to pull in the freaking gym. It's crazy how fast time flies when you're having a good chit chat with a camera. I've been fighting this like puking sensation, guys, like this like gagging sensation. No, I know it's not because I'm yelling. Caffeine in the morning leaves a sour taste in my mouth. It doesn't sit right with me. I kind of rushed down my meals a little bit this morning too, so that could have played into it. I'm not even gonna be able to freaking finish this rant, but hey, that gives me more stuff to talk about next video, or maybe even after. Yeah, after the lift, I can talk about this. Might be a bit of a longer video. Who freaking cares? All right, I gotta end this, else people in the parking lot are gonna see me screaming, be like, what's wrong with this retard? But yeah, frick it, I'll finish my rant. Because I'm enjoying this. But holy cow, it's hot here. Oh. That was a good one. Okay, obviously, I do more than just what I recorded. I just want to get that out there, okay? I obviously do more. Like, my back is fried right now. If I just did what I was recording, I wouldn't even record because that would be pathetic. I would probably be at beginner level of going to the gym, okay? But, yeah. I was freaking talking about how I got into lifting, okay? I'm gonna start driving here. Yeah, when I graduated in 2020, okay? And I started, like, seriously lifting in, like, late summer of 2023 to, like, fall of 2023. And I actually started taking, let me roll up my freaking window, it's so loud. I started taking SARMs on October 25th of 2023. And I was just running the simple LGD 4033 and MK677. Ran that for like 4 months. As a long time, I know. And then I cycled off for like a month, and then I did another cycle for like 10 months. And I didn't, just 11 months straight. And I honestly, when I heard my trainer, he told me my blood work, he's like, this is the worst blood work I've ever seen. Like, I'm honestly surprised you're still alive. And I hopped on over, started on a 300 test a week. Let my body get used to it. Well, I had to go sober from like all gear for like, probably like a month to 2 months. Really shitty at first. And then I hopped on the 300 test, rode that sucker out for like, I would say like 2 months. And like 3 months. And then I hopped on a 500 test during a master run and rode that out. I'm sorry for picking my nose. That's disgusting. And I rode that out for like probably like 4 months, just being on a blast. And here I am now, about 6 weeks, just on 250 test. And I'm gonna be back on the blast soon, but I skimmed over a lot of like small details that probably would add more. Also, tomorrow I might not go in the morning. We might not be doing retard hours. We might be doing normal hours. We might be going later on. My friend Noah wants to get in a lift later on. Frick! I hate having seconds of nothing to say. I want to talk about I want to go into like more details about when I started a lift. Dude, let's rewind it. I was gonna play college basketball. That was like my dream for my whole life. Play college basketball, ride out the basketball wave, see how far I can get with that. And I just got into the wrong stuff, got into the wrong shit. I started doing, weed all the time and then doing harder stuff, Did lots and loads of acid. So much acid in 2020. And that shit just takes your brain and you just stir your brain up like a freaking soup. It makes you retarded. It's a dumb drug. The only people that talk about it saying like, it can help you be spiritual. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about drugs. But I was just freaking around, not realizing that I had responsibilities and I had to grow up and stop hanging out with a bunch of freaking losers and people that wanted me to hold me back with them. So when I started to find my own passions and stuff that was different than theirs, it was like they didn't want anything to do with me. They were like, oh yeah, Nick, yeah, he's into like running, lifting weights, going to work. And you lose friends that way, but they weren't really my friends, They weren't my freaking friends. Frick. My car's not doing too good. It sounds kind of cool though. It's like going making like popping noises when I'm stopping. You'll realize though who your real friends are when you change, and you change for the better, or maybe change for the worse. Okay. You'll see if you're changing for the worse, if they maybe stick around and they're like, I'll pray for you. I'll help you you want to hang out and talk about some stuff. You want to not just hang out and talk, but you want to actually take action. That's to me what like a real friendship is. Like having like a project that you can work, like you work on something together and you can both be creative together. That was my mindset. I was like, I'm going to take all these friends, all these friends, and it's like we can bring out the worst in each other. Maybe we can bring out the best in each other. We can bring out one extreme end. Maybe we can take it to the other end of the spectrum and bring it out the other side. You know what I'm saying? And that works for some and doesn't work for others. And, I had to lose some friends, which you can't let it bother you, dude. You can't. Nothing personal to them either. Nothing personal. You grow the frick up. You grow the frick up. That's a harsh reality you got to accept as you're growing up, getting in your early 20s, that you got to leave them behind, dude. I mean, certain people maybe you can have still in your life, but just some, it's like, frick, you can't. I feel like this is a good video. I like this. We're about to pull into freaking work right now. Frick, I'm only 11 minutes early. I like to be like 30 minutes early. So, being late's, you can't be late, dude. You can't. Let's get it. You can't be late, okay? I'm gonna end it. So, I'll see ya.